It is actually in here. All right. Let's do Eba's. Let's do Eba's. (1865) May. Oh, that's... Huh. Alright. Some some had passed. Some time has passed is missing. Some time had passed since the Shinsengumi moved their compounds to the Nishihowanji temple. Iba had been visiting the compounds, and I joined him outside for the first time in a long while. However, I couldn't help the feeling that I was being observed by someone nearby.
近頃、政情が混乱してますから、今日の街ももう少し殺伐としていると思っていたんですが、思ったより平和そうなので、ほっとしました。
Ah, I guess so, huh? Of course, it didn't change the fact that everyone should be on alert, but seeing that Kyo hadn't fallen into complete disarray calmed my anxiety a little. Huh?
どうしました？
It seems like there's a group of people gathered over there. I wonder what they could be doing.
手相占いみたいですね。あれだけ繁盛しているということは当たるんでしょうか？
A palm reader.
せっかくですから、あなたも占ってもらってみては？
What? But...
いいじゃないですか。気晴らしになるでしょうし。それとも気が進みませんか？
Well, it's not that, but look at all of those people waiting in line. I bet we'll be waiting for a while.
そうでしょうね。というか、実はそれが目当てなんですけど。
What? What do you mean by that?
冗談ですよ。帰りが遅れてしまったら、トシさんには僕の方からきちんと事情を説明します。並びましょう。さあ。
Iba took my hand and we got in line. After a long while of waiting, it was finally our turn.
はい、それじゃあ次の人、手を見せてくれるかね。
Oh, sure. Here you go. I put my hand forward.
あんたはなかなか数奇な運命のもとに生まれているみたいだな。特に異性運が面白いね。
Eh? Luck with the opposite gender?
ああ、もしかすると近いうちに将来の結婚相手に巡り合うかもしれんよ。いや、もしかするともう出会っているかもしれんな。
What? Really? I felt giddy. Giddy is a word.
その結婚相手というのは一体どんな人なんです？
Ooh.
もう少し詳しくお願いします。
Iba is interested and probably way too much.
いや、これはあくまでもただの占いだから。
もちろん、それは存じています。確たる証拠がなくても構いません。相手の方の年齢や背格好、性格はどんな感じなんでしょうか？職業はどこに住んでいるんでしょうか？
Iba!
いや、だから。
Iba, the palm reader is uncomfortable. Boy.
すみません。先ほどはつい我を忘れてしまって。
No shit, Iba! Please, don't worry.
あなたの結婚相手と言われるとどうしても気になってしまってお恥ずかしい限りです。
Iba looked bashful and it made my heart jump. Does that mean you are worried because you're my childhood friend?
そういう気持ちももちろんありますが、それだけではなくて。
His voice began to trail off, and he stopped himself from continuing.
何でもありません。気にしないでください。でも実際、どんな人なんでしょうね。将来、あなたの夫になる幸せな人は。もしかしたらもう出会っているかもしれないと、さっきの方は言っていましたが。
I don't know. I have no idea who it could be.
本当ですか？新選組の皆さん方は同性の僕から見ても魅力的な人たちばかりですし、
He admits it.
あなたが惹かれてもおかしくないと思うんですけど。
I mean, I'm only staying there strictly to look for my father's whereabouts. For now, I don't have the luxury to think about anything else. Iba suddenly stopped walking and his brows furrowed apologetically.
すみません。久しぶりにあなたと一緒に外出できたので、少し浮かれてしまったみたいですね。反省します。さっきの言葉は忘れてください。
Oh, it's not like that. I understand where you're coming from, Iba.
そろそろ戻りましょうか。大使の皆さん方も待っているでしょうし。
Let's do that. As we walked side by side, heading towards the compound, but suddenly Iba spoke up.
もしかしたらあなたはもう将来の伴侶と巡り合ってしまっているかもしれませんが、もう少し、あと少しだけ猶予をください。まだお嫁には行かないでほしいんです。
Oh, don't worry, getting married is like 3 or something years away. Iba, don't worry. As I just told you, I'm not in any emotional state where I could be thinking about that. I'm just enjoying my time with you and the Shinsengumi men right now.
その言葉を聞いて安心しました。もし僕がもっと成長してあなたにふさわしい男になれたら、その時は。いえ、何でもありません。それじゃあ行きましょう。
はい。What was he trying to say just now? Does Iba have... We're never gonna complete that sentence. Records of service. Records of service. Why is Iba's gray? Okay. Well, not gray, light brown, tan-ish. Iba! Romance is low. No. Okay, that's interesting. Answer here is, I don't want to go. In any other circumstances, I would have been too intimidated to voice my opinion to Hijikata-san, but I can't do that. I struggle to find anything else to say, however.
なんだと。
Hijikata-san made no attempts to hide his frustrations as he questioned me. The coldness of his glare made my knees shake. The Shinsengumi has protected me and cared for my well-being for as long as I've been with them. If Kyoto really is going to become a war zone, then many of our men will get hurt, men like Kondo-san and Okita. When it comes to sword wounds, recovery depends entirely how quickly treatment is given. Knowing this, I apologize if this is rash, but I cannot agree that my place is away from here. As I finished my explanation, Hijikata-san rolled his eyes, as if dealing with an unruly child, but then eventually...
たく見た目に似合わず強情な女だな。しょうがねえ、江戸の女には勝てねえか。
確かにそうかもしれませんね。にしてもまさかトシさんに勝てる女の人が日野のお姉さん以外にいるなんて思いませんでしたよ。
余計なことを言うんじゃねえよ。
I'll fight by your side. It wasn't that I had any doubts in Inoue-san's swordsmanship, but... Save. It wasn't that I had any doubts in Inoue-san's swordsmanship, but... Even then, a 2-1-1 between Inoue-san against my father and Takeda didn't bode well for him. Wait, I'll fight too! Then Inoue-san's tone adopted a stern urgency that I had never heard him use before.
何を言っているんだね。君には託されたものがあるだろう。ここでもし我々が全滅してしまえば、君を信頼してくれた三男さんや東堂君、トシさんを裏切ることになるんだよ。
He was right. Staying here meant I could potentially lose the secret of the Furies to the Satsho, meaning that all of this could be for nothing. I truly didn't want to leave Inoue-san alone, but it was the only way. Inoue had pointed the tip of his katana towards Takeda, my father.
行きなさい、雪村君。
What could I say? The first answer for the bad ending is no. No, I can't give it to you. Upon hearing my response, Iba glared at me. Because drinking the water of life and becoming a fury is more than you think. It means a life spent in darkness and drinking the blood of others. Plus, Iba, don't you love Hijikata-san and Kondo-san? And the rest of the Shinsengumi men too? So not only would you stop being human, but you couldn't fight beside the people that matter most to you. Iba looked at me with a troubled expression, and his gaze fell to the floor. But then his face shifted into a kind smile.
ありがとう。僕のことを心配してくれて。
Iba had a determined expression, and I couldn't say anything back.
人じゃなくなってもいいんです。
え？
僕は武士として最後まで戦い抜くためにこの道を選ぶ。それが一番の理由ですけど、でももう一つ理由があるんです。
What happened? Though my hands were trembling, I nervously reached for my karachi and my hips. Game. You're making me yell already? Ah! In an effort to wipe away my fears, I had screamed out frantically and charged for Takeda. Takeda watched me come for him, his lips perking up.
バカな女だ。いけません。その娘だけは殺しては。
Father screamed at Takeda in panic. His sword met with my body, piercing right through me as blood began to flow over my chest. The echoes of Iba's scream seemed distant. I'm so sorry, Iba. When you needed me most, I failed you. So please, while you still can, run away. I'd wanted to scream all of this out to him before whatever strength remained in me left my body. Then I faintly heard the sound of a familiar voice, shrieking in agony. Whose voice was that? No. The heavy blood-covered body had fallen on top of me, his warm blood dripping on me. Then, my consciousness faded away into darkness. Bye, Eva. Takara gave no two shits about who he killed. And then we go back for round 2! Damn it, that is not what I said. And we're skipping this because we have seen it before. Alright, give us the problem. Here's the problem. It's a Takara.
余計なことはしないでもらおう。
Alright, so we go to this part again. Sen had come from behind me to grab my arm so we could run away. Takara had performed a running jump kick, knocking Sen to the other side of the room. Sen!
逃げてください。
Iba screamed out to me.
何をしているの？早く逃げて！
Both Iba and Sen were telling me to make an escape. I'd sprinted for the exit, using their words as motivation to run into the freezing darkness. I had no sense of direction, and all I could do was run through the woods and hope I didn't trip. By the grace of the moonlight, my eyes started adjusting to the dark, but it was still impossible to see. As I made my way through the foggy trees, I turned to look over my shoulder occasionally, but hoping no one or nothing was behind me. Eventually, my fatigue got the better of me, and my feet were aching with sharp pain. Even so, I had to grit my teeth and continue on. I'd circle around the forest, coming back to the village I had just run away from. There was no one to be seen, however. Sen, Kimigiku, my father, Takeda, and even Iba, all gone. Where could everyone have gone? To be honest, I was just tired of running. I struggled to stand and I just fell to the floor. I was lying on the floor. Well, ground actually. Watching the sky swirl above me, thinking about how they had yelled at me to run away, all to just end up in the same place. So maybe if I just waited here, Sen and Iba would return. I mean, they had to come back eventually, right? So, yes, maybe just some rest. Puddles of blood began to pool under me. All I could do was watch the sky above me, holding onto my thin hope for the best. Well, that was an ending.